started saying that they have been robbed, and started saying that they had that name and I stolen to them the name Elishel, and are robbing my videos still here and still now in my address and saying they done first and not I, and there's to saying of course. And I just made on my account and I didn't think about making a plus. I just thought about storage capacity in a drive. I thought about maybe some need because of your runner wanted I doing this account with this my identity and also Israel for a very protocol and a very need for other class of situations but an account. Unless making provocation. Actually I am. And Evangelics Diablos started saying that that were a transvestite name. And it is the case that Israel forbidden the use of that name and anybody to name that way in nowhere in the world. And it's exactly what got to be. And perros oficialistas, estamos todos locos. Se piensan que solamente esta persona se puede llamar de esa forma. Cualquiera puede tener el nombre, no puede haber un segundo, un tercero. ¿Quién es él? Te voy a matar. Y vas a conocer quién soy, perra. Sorry this. So in the middle of this all, keeps on making a symbol and saying that I stolen the account, and as I edited my plus at this identity I am, which I am gonna publish music. I'm gonna enjoy for maybe some things about music and some maybe news or some simplicities about just to having some moment to breathe. A moment to breathe. And in the middle of this all, I just done what I done, which I normally do. And I done a blog spot about if I can possibly anytime can work. So in the middle of this all, I made in my blog spot also for the teaching oratory, techniques for locution, and start to making the right thing for understanding the reality and the need of what it means that taking care of the voice and how making the execution of it. So suddenly you count on health and you make the right communication for the people to understand what you say and your voice ever to remain in the very right best ever and lastest. And suddenly, not only at the English, but in Spanish and Atlekti, berachla hatzmiat davas woblevets, skelach nimiant leveski, skelach ma amav. And suddenly started to saying that they were about the teaching oratory classes in Noray. Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas, Gomorra. Oh, he's stealing to them the black spot and he doesn't know a thing, of course. And are guessing to me and making mind control and destroying and goes to murdering people because of this has got to be them in Noray. And Cristina Kirchner officialism applauses them and covers them and are sick shit just like them, and forgive me the terms. The reality of this is also went the train to invade Israel and where this lasted 1.5 months, day after another, week after another, trying to making attempting. 3 bombs blasted around the world were not nuclear but said it 204 murdered. And the reality where Cristina Kirchner officialism Argentina UNASUR and hold the generate, saying, oh, you have so much enemies, how are you gonna prove where we are not? And besides this is lying and twisting, manipulating all the times as evangelics. Yes, your horse. Go to grab your trouser, perra, your favorite trouser, and get power in it. Sorry for this. And in the middle of Sodoma, perra, and in the middle of the soul, forgive me, the simplicity for this, which is this, keeps on making instructions to me and saying that they gotta possess my life and my soul and my existence because of this Lord gave them. The Lord of the Adalactus, Matabarkini, Arrobatu. Diablos como esos. Se Sodom and Gomorrah. whatever the argument of demons for their market and career. The heroes of Lucifer are no any other, aren't at all. And I'm sorry that English. So in the middle of this all, kept on making the same and tried to invading Israel and tried to coming to trying to rape inside Israel families, perrazos degenerados, and tried to coming to trying to murdering people and were kidnapping people from Israel, making up in a class of a crap, saying Interpol and International Criminal Court, trying to cutting the communication for no one to be aware, nobody to know, for they to kidnap people, saying, which never happened, no International Criminal Court were not allowed in UNASUR. No one is charged of no International Criminal Court and neither International Court of Justice, perras degeneradas criminales. Y los voy a dejar muertos a todos. Kidnapping people for the making the Sodoma Gomorrah party celebration, the magic trouser that are gonna put them in victory of perras de cuarta, abominables perras del infierno genocida, abominación de mierda en carne podrida, because of ain't not gonna be any other, and keeps on profaning my DNA, saying that they are gonna be me, una sural. By the commanding of Vaginiti Cristina Kirchner. En perras degeneradas. Mami, 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 the master. Gomorra. Fuerzas Armadas. And Kirchners. And in the middle of this all keeps on murdering people and destroying people and attacking people and coming to kidnap, rape and murder Jewish and not destroying me for that I cannot rescue and taking away no one, and especially evangélicas diablas reventadas telling that they knows what it gotta happen in Lord's hands. And gives on robbing to us and saying that the land of Israel belongs to them, and the whole richness of Israel, and the whole of the lives of Israel, and the virtue of Israel, and the bless of Israel. Perras degeneradas de Lucifer, evangelistas unidas. And thirst to saying that they are the regulators and the keepers of the well and the bless of the God. And they are gonna die and go into hell. With them Sodom and Gomorrah. And not the people that are victims and understands what is and what is not. Las perras que sirven a Sodoma y Gomorra y a la prostituta Cristina Kirchner, Crispita, Marruba. And it's exactly that. Prostituta reventada. Serrabat lechma haliki mishof lepechal halak, refot lechal hanimama. Volvés a decir que tenés que destruir y mandar a matar preso al que me ayude porque te ofendo, mientras armás la causa, mientras haces deshumanidad y genocidio sobre mi pueblo judío y sobre la realidad de mis amigos, y te meto un bombazo que te parto en pedazos toda la maldita casa rosada y te vuelo en polvo hasta el infierno, perra. Geb levechmach al chivisevash polam, geb levechot levechivis vod lemetleche visechanim. Gebleverchalt lechevisevish koblevech lachama blevechanam, geblevesevish koblevech lachiv. 2004 persons were victims of grenades by Ejército Argentino, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, and Cristina Fernández de Kirchner with evangelics, United Evangelics. And 2 were Jewish. The rest were wrongly bodies of them, and they thought were mine. And in the middle of this all, pretends to making that to everybody, which is ours. Because of this, as I say, and I shall know, I provoked you. You are gonna show me life lessons that you command, doing to me what I want of you. You are gonna know that sooner. And your maricas doing to me what I want of you. Gelflech vatsech alivisefesh koblevach amblech matlechimim. Beblevechalach vishvodlevetlech chalkivish kabelblech machalam. So went to attack Am Yauken, went to attack Tai Yauken, went to attack Jewish communities in the whole of Nasur and in Europe, and went to making the instigations and the destructions in Africa. For the clans after another producing destructions and a xeno war, to murdering one each other for they to have it benefit. Unasur, Kirchners, and a whole shit of them, within other evangelics, prostitutas. The cultivation of kill one each other, we are going to take your richness and everything you get. There's a lot of poverty, but there are things that they don't know, and they are aware and they are robbing. Well, makes they to kill one each other in Africa. And in the middle of this reality, and I am destroyed, and you see my vehemently anger going through still, and I'm sorry. And I just got at this video and the first already forged and saying, oh, we've done it and he's still into us. Barras degeneradas, Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas, to rape and murder our people. And keeps on making the same. And our damn disgusting pajolek tamasor coming all around and surely at the other side, we have ever reached with the MDDSTMPBR4, which uses as well to robbing with the cell phone communications and a file. Policía Federal Argentina Barras. And in the reality of this, I am devastated and I am destroyed, and I have strength for every day I just as better I came forwarding. Are threatening with genociding all Israel, are threatening with genociding all justice parties, good people, people of goodness, people of effort for the giving the right, people that knew exists as the real God, Yeshua, and ain't nothing like the rhetoric, phallic, Sodom and Gomorrah cities, United Evangelics, with them Christ of hell. And people that understood that there is a different way to living and we can do some better than the abominations we were suffering. Not like activists, no pacifists or peacemakers. Sorry for the difference, which is not totally right, but neither totally wrong. And in the middle of this reality, to the keep on and to the making the right chat, still threats with destroying and murdering anybody around, which means my name. Not only here in Argentina, in the whole of the world. And saying that everything like Adonai cave through me belongs to this. Gives them delivering, they done what they never had. And goes with tellers all around to try to take what Adonai never gave and won't give. So the reality of this is I am sick of this all and I am destroyed and I am worried and fragile by moments. And I am being harassed by Sodoma, especially in Gomorrah, to saying that they are going to be me. And I should ever attach the command and go to scratching some pack around, forget me the vulgar. But it's exactly worse than this for you to have the picture. And goes to raping and destroying people and keeps on making the same thing. And the reality where Geblebech lachmi siveshmot laviyamad, Geblebech lechi shamab mavatka, and Khadishki bechlahis. Imbovlebech lachti mishmat let simichalish ma'avam. And I'm going to show you this for you to have an idea. This can be a recurrent any class of a blechmi tavashmat salim for the table core klachtivishka blachnam. My brother-in-law had a very bad customs, but even though he were just around. And there are certain things which are weird, but further the weirdness, this is something like where of my sister Monica, and my sister Monica never realized. And until now, so you ever know? Gerecht latse besheat chadicha chayda an masav in yenig. Shkat chlechti shesh lo at masav. Because of it's exactly that. And it's exactly the real. Berrachele vesvotla basimishkabach la chiviama and masevosh, lensimag, gitchele chevesevet. I don't know what am I gonna do, I don't know how am I gonna do. I have 14 years of destruction and a lifetime of ruins, abominations, suffering. Sorry. Without I don't know it. Until I just came back. At conscience about who I am and what I exist and permanently. Basura degenerada evangelista argentina and Paris, destroying me, saying that I could not be, that I had to be schizophrenic and I had nothing of God and I could not be, making arguments of demons, saying that only they will be of God and regulating me because if I will make disasters and they provoke the genocide and abominations and supporting and fundating abominations in whole Sodom and Gomorrah and still dares and keeps on making the same and destroyed my life. And for anything I do and I am, perras, Sodoma y Gomorra, Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas, Kirchners, and associated goes all around. He's stolen me, he's taken away from me, it belongs to me. That is my identity, he's not anymore, now it's me. In whatever I am, in whatever I do, in the whole I exist. Whole. And perras evangélicas cannot be real. That is not sense. You are not sense, and your disgusting rectum neither. Sodoma, Gomorra ciudad. And why the rectum thing? Because of it you're used to. You taste exactly your product, and it's exactly what doesn't have no sense. You think you know God, and that is the only thing you know. Sorry for this, and it's exactly this. Berrabat flecha vesivish kopla rachmacha lachiviam la pasvuat. Get halishek alachati kimi rachimiva. And blevesevish kopla bechlachiva at vasev. I give you this May the 6th and 2015, sorry. This is already 22:30 here in Buenos Aires. And it's exactly what happens all around. And I'm so sorry for this all, and I am not sorry for telling the truth. I'm just sorry for the haze of hell and the stench of abominables and the suffering and pain for shit which I am not provoking. I'm suffering, and not only the one. Maquinarias de degenerados y diablas, alienadas, as ones as others. And it's exactly what I am not willing to bear not anymore. https www.cbrmotxt middle Programa de Participación Civil y Gubernamental Kirchner. Selección de personas, control y dominio comunal, étnicas, religión y todo sentido de comunidades, de colectividades y realidad de la nación argentina. Hagamos funcionar la maquinaria y los expertos vayan a la cabeza. Todo el que no les oiga sea puesto preso porque nosotros mandamos. Middle MDR 4143 MCBM CTX 1318 BMC 11114 Middle is middle IDRMF DEM that commence TMC 55558.9T F9 the last plate and key systems recall. I am Elia. I am Elie. I am Elishel. I am Elia. I am the one that Adonai probed for the making what he'd done, and this is not schizophrenics, and this is not medication needing. And the symptomatic for this is the simplicity that I have 89 million that generates from Argentina, Kirchners, Policía Federal Argentina, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Policía Militar, Aeronáutica Militar, Fuerza Aérea Argentina, Policía Metropolitana del Gobierno de la Ciudad de Buenos Aires, CIDE, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Evangelistas Unidos, Argentinos, UNASUR, with pardon of victims, making market up on my person and saying they are going to be coming to me and they has rights to using my name and being me, saying God, Lord Christ gave them. Power, 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 I am the authority, I am the one that knows. Any demon makes the same. And it's exactly what they do and are. So what the reality of this? If Adonai needs to condemnate and destroy Eliyah, Elishel, Eliyah, Edhad, Hachai, which he brought for the reality and the reason of his name, his people, and the salvation of his real that he meant to taking Sion, that he takes for himself. If Adonai needs to destroy the one that were for the reason of him, and I have 89 millions of degenerados, Sodom and Gomorrah, destroying and raping upon my person in the United States of America, in Canada, in the Europe states, in Russia, few, in all over as are found, especially UNASUR, and telling because of they got to pay what I've done to them, and telling this is exactly what gotta happen, they are gonna be coming to me and I'm gonna be shit. It's because of I am and I don't need medication. Because of I don't treat with no one and I never moved from Buenos Aires. And the reality of my networks is exactly what I do. And at the other side of the Ruach Elohim, I found the ones I ever loved. And I am worried for and I care about. So if I will need medication, how is this 89 million perros degenerados with uniform and titles of government, and not Mr. President Barack Obama, neither justice parties, and neither the people that we work with, saying that they are gonna be what they says, my person, and taking my life for they to be, that I won't be anymore, and I never dealt and I never treated no one. It's kind of a joke. Perras gorda, Alviar Piñeiro, forenses de mierda, que no son forenses, tenés ganas de joder, te voy a dar lo mismo que das en una condición de justicia, en una muerte que vas a decir no haber nacido, y no vas a manipular el término justicia como acostumbraste, viciada mierda. Y vas a entender que justicia es absolutamente nada de lo que nunca hiciste ni tampoco conociste, hasta tu muerte. Y lo voy a disfrutar. Shalom. Alejandro Mario Blanco, REDEMI. Elishel, Blanco REDEMI de Doniero.